Hey Aussie gamers, and to everyone that loves video games and things alike, this is the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. Born and bred within the land of opportunity and slow, overpriced internet. For news, reviews, and video game related fun, keep listening along with your hosts, Lucas and Red. This is episode 157, and today is Tuesday, the 31st of January 2017. Welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. I am your host, Lucas, and here with me is my co-host and very good friend, Red. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks. Do you know the correlation between 157 and Pythagoras' theorem?
A couple of big words there, man. I have no idea.
No, there is none. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Well, before we start getting completely crazy, here is this week's show in preview. First up, we will have video game discussion, and then we'll do video game news. And in this week's news, Square Enix and Marvel. Then we got Xbox Co-Pilot mode introduced. I'm so keen to find out what that's all about. And then Dark Souls 3 final DLC, and Red is a poet and he didn't know it.
And every verse is getting worse.
Correct. And then we'll do What's That Sound, then Red's Shout, and then Last Words, and then the end of the show. So Red, video game discussion, which I think might have to have a little bit in it that's got nothing to do with video games.
Pythagoras' theorem?
Not math either. Can we make? Are we allowed to make an announcement of what we've just learnt this morning?
Yes.
Go ahead,
yes.
You take the reins.
All right. So when you've got the long side of the triangle and the not Pythagoras, Red. Not
math.
Pythagoras. All right. So there's no way to prolong this. So there's a climax because that happened 9 months ago.
Correct.
Our good friend, one of my very best of friends, and one of your very best of friends, and also an Aussie Gamers admin. So that's where the direct thing is. Weeksy, Zachary Weeks, and Laura, his fiance, have just welcomed their daughter into the world as of 3:30 this morning. Yes,
what a gorgeous little puppy. Congratulations to Weeksy and Mrs. Weeksy too.
Yeah, massive congratulations from us here. They're keeping everything pretty low key, but the fact that this won't be out till Sunday means that everyone can bombard the page with congratulations then, and it'll be a lot more enjoyed then, because obviously there's a few things that they've got to tick off now that they never knew was actually coming. So first baby, he's growing up, as Luke said. Our Weeks, he's growing up. He's a young man now, and we wish him all the best, and we can't warn you enough about how awesome it's going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a test. I mean, I've only done it once, Red. You've done it a few times. Having a child come into your life is one of the most amazing and challenging things that you'll ever do. And from what I know of Weeksy, although he's young in age, his wisdom is beyond those years. He's actually a quite
sensible.
Yeah, he's a very sensible, quite intelligent young man, and I think he'll do very well as a father. And I wish him and his fiancée Laura all the best of luck. Congratulations.
And so you can blame him also if there's a little bit of but it'll be edited out properly, but I'm going to babysit his puppy today, so my puppy will have his girlfriend here today.
That's all right. We'll have a slight intermission at some stage. All very good. All right. What else, Red? What games have you been playing, man?
I think I know we'll separate this up into what I've been doing, what you've been doing, but I want to say straight away how sorry I am. There's massive apologies are required. I had the massive guilt trips put on me yesterday.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should.
I didn't know this Luke 1 character 4 or 5 years ago, but it's been held against me that I should have called him up out of the blue and just said, mate, bam! You need to play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, and then just hung up and walked away.
Yeah, because I had a go at you last night when we were playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, and I said, mate, this game came out originally on the PlayStation 3. How come you didn't tell me about it back then? And your excuse was, I didn't know you back then. Whatever excuses, man!
Yeah.
This game's amazing!
It is, isn't it?
Oh, we finished up last night after playing that first chapter or whatever, and I went and laid into bed. This was about 11:30 at night. I contemplated going, fuck it, I'm going back to play it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because it's drop in, drop out.
Oh, I didn't mind you, but geez, I thought about it. That is a really fun game. All those different characters, and they're really good characters, Marvel characters. And then all the different combos that you can do in tandem with other characters. I didn't actually realise that all those X-Men would be in there as well.
Yeah.
See, when I think Marvel, I'm thinking like Avengers. I'm thinking Spider-Man, I'm thinking Iron Man, I'm thinking Thor, and all of that. It didn't really occur to me that the X-Men are all in that universe as well. And oh my god, oh, so good! What a fun game to play.
Yeah, it's very X-Men heavy, actually. That's the cool thing. Like you've just had a taste of it now, and because there's massive replayability with collectibles and unlockable characters and alternate costumes and everything like that, the real Marvel fan, the real comic book fan, will go back and replay levels and get it all done. And it has a level select, so you can just go do your favourite levels with your favourite characters and mix your teams up. Like if you put all X-Men in there, say you get 4 X-Men in your party, you'll get a 15% buff to incoming damage.
Yeah.
You know, and different stuff like that. So mixing and matching, or having all females in your team will give you another buff from having all Hell's Kitchen. So what, Luke Cage and bloody Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil's in there as well. That's cool. But I think the good way to describe what the gameplay's like is think of a mashup between Diablo and Lego games.
Yep.
Because you've got the 4 characters. If you're playing on your own, you can switch between those characters like you can in Lego. But the game's more sort of like your Diablo-esque kind of RPG style, where you're running around, killing things, breaking things, and leveling up and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, your health and your mana.
Yeah,
and your abilities.
Oh.
It's like it's got a very small, not small by any stretch of imagination, because every character's got their own, but it's got a very basic skill tree for each character. Yeah. And if you've got, say, your 4, your 6, your 8 favourites, you can set them up however you want. And every other character that's in the game, you can just hit triangle on them, and they auto-assign their points and their currency.
Yeah, so the way this came about was last night. I think Jason and I, Repremier and I, were sitting in a party together on just on our own for the most of it. And we're like, what games can we play? What co-op games can we play? Like, and I said, look, I don't even care if I've got to buy one. I want something fun to play, co-op. And we'll search in the store for ages, and then all of a sudden I came across the Ultimate Alliance games, and they were on special. They're like $25 at the moment. And Repremier already had Ultimate Alliance 2, and he told me that that's what you had. And I thought, oh, well, it's only $25 instead of, what were they, $60? 50 bucks?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're half price. I thought, bugger it, I'll get it. And the wife wanted me to get the VR worlds as well, because she likes the underwater exploration ones.
Yep.
So I thought, bugger it, I'll get both of them. So I grabbed something for me, something for her. We're both happy, and we played that for a little bit last night. But yeah, Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 2 on PS4. Pretty good.
Fucking told ya.
Yeah, you did. I am a little bit sorry that I didn't get it when it did come out originally on the PS4. But at the same time, I did get it for half price. But I reckon the enjoyment and the time we'll get out of this, it'd have been worth the 50.
Yes, that's why I didn't bat an eyelid. It hit the store that night, and I bought it straight away.
Yeah,
because I knew I always wanted it there. Because I've actually got it on PS3 as well.
Okay, yeah. See, I didn't know about the games. I didn't even know about Diablo back when the PS3 was out and Xbox 360. I didn't even know Diablo was any good.
Yeah.
But
see, now you start to get a little insight into what my early gaming days were all based around, these RPG sorts of games.
Yeah, Black Ops and Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, when I started to interact with people and play online, yeah, Black Ops kind of just dominated everything.
But yeah, it's what Aussie Gamers Express, the world of, is opening my eyes to more amazing things every day as we go along. So yeah, that was good to fun to play, and we'll be playing that again tonight, no doubt, and we might do a bit of a streamo. What do you reckon?
Yeah, sounds good.
Good stuff. All right, man. What else have you been playing?
Oh, I'm sad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I missed the For Honor beta.
Oh, you miss it, or you missed it?
Yeah, I miss it so much. No, I max leveled, mate.
Okay.
No, I loved it. It was brutally brilliant.
Okay. I played the beta too.
Not much of it, I don't reckon.
Oh, I played
The tutorial.
the tutorial, and then I played a couple of online matches.
Yeah.
And by a couple, I mean like maybe one.
Yeah. And then put your PlayStation in rest mode or something.
Yeah.
Because you were having the same battle at the same place in the same lobby for 4 hours if you looked at your name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's exactly the same as when I played it last. And there's nothing wrong with the game. It's beautiful. Jeez, it's a good looking game. It's just not something I would play. It's not for me.
Oh, it's for me.
Yeah. But like, I was talking to Reprimir and I said, look, if it was more like Dark Souls, I'd probably like it more. I don't like the combat. Don't like it at all.
Oh. Yeah, and that's fair. I think that's a fair comment. But I still think you'd get some form of enjoyment out of the campaign.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Because the multiplayer has... You say about Dark Souls. This has got a real Dark Souls feel when it's 1v1, when it's face-to-face. It's you can't spend your stamina too quickly. You got to pick your moves like that. That's what I mean by a Dark Souls like. You can be punished if you do the wrong thing. And being the character I was the big Viking. We always knew what character I was going to be. And I had fuck all stamina, but I hit really, really hard. So I'd sit there and I'd block and I'd take some damage and then I'd deliver it back. And I put a video up on the page that kind of depicts that.
Yeah, I watched that. But yeah, the thing that gets me is that obviously you've got left, right, and up, and they're your defensive stances and also where you will attack.
Yes.
What annoys me is that there's the struggle between, and this isn't a flaw in the game. It's obviously meant to work this way, and it works really well. It's just something I don't like. Whereas, okay, his stance is to the right, so I put my stance to the right. Now, if I attack him, he's going to block me because he's got the exact same stance as me, right? So that's how he blocks me.
Yep.
So it's a struggle between, do I switch to the left and trying to attack to then hit him because he's not blocking that end, but then I'm leaving myself open to his attack. If I don't get the switch across in time and he throws an attack, I'm going to get absolutely hammered.
Yep.
So it's kind of becomes alright, I'm going to just mimic this guy until he changes, and when I get that window, I'm going to attack him. And for me, it's just, this is just frustrating, slow, it's just not something that I would like. But as an intelligent critiquer, I do want to firmly state that I think the game's amazing and it would definitely hold its place. It worked well for me, the graphics were beautiful, and the gameplay was amazing. It just doesn't suit my interests. That's what I want to definitely get out there. I think it'll be an amazing game on its own, but yeah. For me, I'd prefer Dark Souls.
Yeah, I'd almost agree with that statement, but this is a new breed of multiplayer which I've never had before.
Yeah, it'll be amazing.
And I think it's absolutely amazing. It generates different emotions when you overcome a 1v1 battle, in that when your back's against the wall but you manage to pull it off. And not to mention, did I say it's brutal, like heads coming off, limbs being removed? I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. It does, and that's like a true current generation game that looks like it's taken advantage of the hardware that it's played on. Because it looks really
for
nice.
90% of the time, yes. There's a couple of things. Like the intro videos look amazing. Your character model looks amazing. Did you ever play the 4v4 mode?
No, I only got into the 1v1.
Yeah, so the 4v4 mode, it's kind of, it lends itself a little bit to like your League of Legends. You got lanes.
Oh,
and
okay.
You run your lanes, but also you've got minions, like one-hit minions that run in an army.
Yeah.
To try and take B, which is in the middle. So it's kind of like a domination game with A, B, and C, and it's called Dominion.
Is this mode you're talking about? Is that the one where you've got to capture the areas?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did play that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know your little minions that run along.
Yeah, you can just dice through.
So when B, you've got to like clear B so they can occupy that area. You can't actually capture that area yourself.
Yeah, you just got to clear it for them.
Yeah. So that was probably one of my favourites. I loved 1v1. 2v2 was a mixed bag of lollies. So when I was playing with Jason, it was okay because we could communicate. If he went down, you'd be like, right, watch your back because the other guy's coming behind you, sort of thing.
Mm.
And the 4v4 you could play on your own. But I've seen a lot of Rainbow Six Siege in it with cosmetic items, earning renown or... Now, I think it was actually called Renown in this as well, earning money, currency, in-game currency, and you can spend that on different things. But each, like say, your armor, your legs, your armor, your helmet, your shoulders, and your weapon, the three parts of your weapon, so your hilt, the bottom, and the shaft, the hilt, and the axe head, if you will, the weapon itself could all be modified and upgraded. But if you upgraded, say, your attack, how much devastation it could deal, you'll lose defense, if you know what I mean. So it's not like a pay to win thing, because I can see there'll be microtransactions, not unlike Rainbow Six, being a Ubisoft game also.
Yeah. Where
you could buy these credits, buy the boxes, unlock the boxes, and get your items and upgrade, because you can also break it down so you can salvage. You get a helmet you don't need, you salvage it, and then you can use the salvage plus in-game currency to upgrade a current piece of equipment. So there will be a little pay-to-win aspect there, but it won't be huge, because if you do up your ability to attack really hard, then you'll lose your defense ability, which is fair, which is cool. I dig that, because I was all about just brute strength. With my character, that's how I built my character. There was only a very limited amount of options that we had, given the small amount of time to earn currency and play it. But I pushed myself into the realms of just being a bit of a bloody jelly, so I could take a few hits to start off with, but once I got below the threshold, mate, she was over. But if I could block enough attacks, get your stamina down, and then just go to town with my heavy attacks, Red was going to win.
Yeah, look, it's something that if I do play, it'll be for the campaign. I won't play the multiplayer at all.
I'm really excited for the campaign, because what the beta did give us was the three factions, so your Vikings, Samurai, and Knights.
Yeah.
And it gave us three of each characters. So you had a brute, a counter, a fast counter, and a shielded character. So you had three different varieties. Each different character had its own combinations and its own special sort of combinations, which give it a unique attack. Nothing overpowered where you could finish someone off in a move, but you could like shield break into a stab, like the quick guys with the two axes for the Vikings. They could make you bleed, and then you could do an unblockable heavy attack from the top, sort of thing. There's just little different combinations that each character had, and I just kept thinking to myself, I can't wait for the fucking campaign. The campaign's going to be the best tutorial for that multiplayer, I reckon. You're just going to be able to have it spoon-fed to you, these different combos and abilities, and then overcome the campaign, and then have a better knowledge of what your thumbs need to do.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, it's over now.
Yes.
We'll wait till it comes out. When's it coming out? March?
No, 2 weeks.
Oh, it's earlier. Right, okay.
Yeah, Ghost Recon is March.
Same as Sniper Elite
4?
4.
And 2 days after Neo.
Yeah, not fussed about
that. Yeah, we're about a week away from shit getting real expensive again.
Yeah, Sniper Elite's the only one on my radar for then anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, what else?
To finish off my week, I've been doing, other than trying to cover For Honor the best I possibly could, I've played a little bit of Division. No success there to bark about. I think we've had a go of Grand Theft Auto Online with Snoogans one night. And I played a whole lot more of Don Bradman Cricket 17. And last but not least, Fallout 4, my very hard playthrough. I'm now level 21.
Very good. Alright, so that's all you want to say?
That's all I've got to say, Cobber.
Alright, I'll go through my ones. So we've been through the For Honor beta. A game on my mobile phone, on my iPhone, called Lifeline Whiteout. And
Okay.
it is available on Android. I've checked that this time. Normally I'm like, I don't know, Red, can you check? But no, I've already checked. So it's available on iOS and Android devices. It's a text-based adventure. You ever play any games like that?
Oh, back in the day. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But the cool thing about this one, it's the sort of thing that I play before bed every night. And it only takes like 2 minutes to read through the text, and then it'll give you an option of what you want to do. And then it'll take him a couple of hours, because the way the game is set up is there's a survivor that somehow managed to have some sort of communication with you. You're like this overbearing voice to him. He doesn't know who you are, you don't know who he is, somehow you're communicating, and he's stuck out in the snow in this blizzard, hence the name Whiteout. And he comes to you for advice. He's like, alright, look, this is what I've got. This is where I am. I've got nothing. I don't remember how I got here. What do you think I should do? Should I go down this way or should I go down this way? And then you have an option, and you pick the option, but then, like, in real time, it might take him a few hours to do that. So then it'll say that his name is Adams. His last name is Adams. He works that out by, whatever he's got a name tag on or something like that. And it'll be like, Adams is busy. So then I turn the game off and I go to bed. And then in the following night, I'll open up the app, and he'll have finished what he was doing, and there'll be like a dialogue there of him saying, oh, okay, I've finished doing this, this is what happened, this is what I've got here, and these things are at my disposal, what do you think I should do from here on in? And sometimes you'll give an option, and it'll be like a straight away thing, like you'll go, okay, I'll press this button, this is what happened, and then you can make another option or whatever, and then it might be a few hours. So I just do that every night. I'll go, okay, do this. And then I go to bed. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. It's there's helicopter crashes, and as much as it's all text, it really does sort of create like you're using your mind's eye. And I've got all these images and these graphics in my head from this game, and there's absolutely none. It's just all text based. It's actually a pretty cool game. I'd suggest give it a go if you want something to do for, it's only going to take you a minute or two before you get some shut eye in bed. So,
was it free on Apple?
It was free on Apple, yeah. It's got a couple of bucks on iOS, isn't it?
$2.59.
Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't sure if there was maybe another version you could find that's free, because mine has ads in it.
Oh, okay.
And you can
this one here, because I've just been looking at it as you've been talking about it, you can actually answer from your notification bar if something happens and you need to make a decision there, and then it gives you the rundown in your notification bar and gives you the two choices.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. See, I can do it on my Apple Watch. Where
that's sick.
Yeah, I can just do the little notification, and you have a bit of a read through and press what you want it to do on the Apple Watch.
Come in 99, go left.
Yeah, that's it. So it's a pretty cool game. I don't know, have a look later. There might be a free version that has ads or something. That might be the ad-free one, I'm not sure. But on the iPhone, it was free. So that is that. Moving on, I have completed a review for the Edifier Luna E235 Bluetooth speaker system. It's a 2.1 speaker system, so just stereo with a big subwoofer. And that review will be live if you're listening to this. If you're listening to this, it'll be available on our YouTube channel, Aussie Games Express. So if you're looking at replacing some old speakers, or you're wanting to get yourself a cool stereo, go and have a look at that one, Edifier, the Luna Why do I keep saying that? I keep saying it weird. It's E235. I'm mixing the words up. I don't know. I haven't had enough coffee today, and it's, I'm overheating. Edifier Luna E235, the Bluetooth speaker. I went to YouTube and played a bass test, and my missus comes out and goes, "What the hell is that?" Yeah, it was good. Unfortunately, it doesn't vibrate very much.
Dang it.
My missus was disappointed. She thought I'd brought home a nice chair. You'll see the subwoofer. It's like a bizarre modern sort of style design.
They do look at that, don't they? Because I remember you sent the photo through and said, "Here's my hand for scale. Look at the size of this box."
Yeah, it's huge.
Wow.
Oh, heavy too. Oh man, that subwoofer is massive. But I guess it's got to be heavy as well for the sake of it not vibrating across your living room floor when it's beaten away. But good.
Yeah,
good
it
set
might
of
be a little
speakers.
cliche, but the weight of it, most of the time, determines the quality of the build of these things.
Well, if that's the case, these things are second to none. Very heavy. But the thing about them is that, like, that comes with the two smaller speakers. They're not connected to the subwoofer, so you can. That's like Bluetooth to each other. So you can put the speakers up near your TV, your unit, plug it into your Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, and then you can put the subwoofer wherever you want it. It doesn't have to be anywhere near. It just needs to be near a power point because the subwoofer connects via Bluetooth to those speakers, which is pretty cool.
Wow, so you can have your left and right at the front of the room, put the subwoofer behind your chair.
Yeah, you can put it behind your lounge or something like that, absolutely. And it uses Bluetooth 4.0, which apparently has a 300-foot workable distance, which I did the math on it, is 90 metres.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and until Nick comes back and go, but the UHF band 320 will be quicker. Rubber duck, this is rubber duck.
Inside joke. So just for shits and giggles, I set up the speakers in my lounge room and I went and plugged in the subwoofer into the power point across the road at the park.
Really?
No, I didn't do that. I had the idea, and then I quickly destroyed that idea when I realised that I would have to carry that fucking heavy subwoofer.
I don't know what's more plausible, the walking or the PowerPoint at the park.
Well, no, there's a PowerPoint there because there's a soccer club. But
yeah.
that thing weighs a ton. I'm not carrying that across the road. Yeah. That thing's heavy. No way. But anyway, the review is out. Go and have a look at it. If you're looking at some new speakers, it's something worth considering because it works really well. And you can connect auxiliary cables, you can connect optical cable, and you can also Bluetooth to it. I just went with Bluetooth because that's the easiest way and it works really well. Right, so moving on, we already talked about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, so I'll go on to a PC game that I played this week called Mother Russia Bleeds. I believe there's a review up on the Aussie Games Express YouTube channel by Chaser, and he talked it up saying how great it was. I played it myself, and you know what I've got to say to Chaser about that?
What?
Yeah, fucking spot on. That is a good game. It's good fun.
Is that the 2D Streets of Rage thing?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen it on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah. Oh, is it on the PlayStation Store, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I wonder how much it is. I got it as a part of the Humble Bundle. The only thing
brutal.
The only thing is it doesn't have online co-op on PC, so it probably doesn't have it on the PlayStation. It's these sort of games that people like. I want to play them co-op. Now they're awesome games for couch co-op, but in today's with my age, our age, we're not just popping over to our mate's house after school anymore. We're going home, we're doing our chores, we're looking after our children, and it gets late by the time we get to play games. And we're not hanging out at our mate's house because we've got responsibilities back at home. That's why we need to have online co-op for these games. I know they're probably not massive and it would probably be too expensive to incorporate, but there needs to be, at least some games like this need to be compatible online, because that's the thing that kills it for me. I messaged Chaser and I said, dude, I've been playing Mother Russia Bleeds. Do you know if it has online co-op? Because I'd like to play it with you. And he said, no, it's probably one of the oversights of the game there. It doesn't. It's only couch co-op. But taking away from that disappointing fact, the game is actually really fun to play. It's pretty gory. It's set around like zombies or infected monsters. You pick up health by certain enemies will allow you to extract their, I don't know, I guess their blood or whatever it is out of them, and you inject it into yourself to give you health because you're infected. So when your health gets low, you can do that or whatever and inject yourself, which is pretty cool. You can revive your partner if they go down by using your own health, which is really cool as well. And there's some really...
blood transfusion.
Yeah, there's some really brutal moves as well where you're ripping off heads, blowing up heads. Pick up weapons, old Streets of Rage style. Pick up the baseball bats on the ground and use them for a few hits before they break. And yeah, that's a good fun game to play.
Yeah, I did spot that on the store and watched the video and watched a live stream of it and went, fucking hell. This is what we probably thought Streets of Rage was when we were back at 8, 9, 10 years old playing on the Mega Drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, well brutal.
That game, Streets of Rage, probably wasn't anything near as violent. Keeping with the PC tone, but also games that are available on the Xbox One or being the console, Rise and Shine, I played that a bit more on the PC as well. And I decided that that's not a game to be played when you're tired. It's pretty fucking hard. It's a bit disappointing for me because I thought it was going to be a good adventure platformer, but what it turns out to be is like just a boss fight fest where you're not really doing the whole platforming thing so much as you're moving from area to area, just fighting big bosses and trying to work out their weak spots and all that sort of stuff, which is good and fun, but it sort of wore out a bit really quick for me and I was a bit tired of it.
That reminds me of Fury, the PS Plus game a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
But,
that was all it was. It was a boss fight, walk through an area, check out the new area with no interaction, boss fight.
Yeah.
That was the only thing you fought were bosses.
Well, there are little shit kickers in this game to fight that aren't bosses, but they've started to thin out where I'm not getting them as much. It's mainly just, kill a couple of the little guys or dodge a couple of landmines, and there's the boss fight again. There's another big guy that I need to try and work out how to kill. And I kind of wanted more of a platformer, but it's still, it's a good game. I reckon a lot of people will get a bit out of it. Good story, very good graphics. The anime-ish kind of real crystal clear HD cartoon graphics look really nice. And the concept of the game is really good too, but I don't know. I think it might have done its dash with me. I think I've had enough with it. But as for what I've played, I think that covers just about everything.
I think we've got one more to cover.
Do we? Did I miss something?
I missed something too.
Okay.
Power Rangers.
Oh, Power Rangers. Oh, it was early in the week. It
was right very early in the week, wasn't it?
That was right after the podcast last week. That's why we've missed it. Yes, we've got to talk about Power Rangers. That's similar vein as that Mother Russia Bleeds. Not as disgustingly gory, but similar style gameplay like Streets of Rage. But once again, doesn't have online co-op.
So it's a complete title is what? Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Battle something.
Mega Battle.
Mega Battle. Oh, massive name.
Yeah.
It's colourful.
It is. It's a good game. It's not without its flaws. It's a little bit... I think you mentioned it in your review. There's a review up on AussieGamesExpress.com by Red. You mentioned that, the hitboxes are a little off. Like, because the characters are 2D, if you're slightly... you're slightly off the plane that they're standing on, you're just going to be punching thin air, which can be a little bit frustrating. And then sometimes you'll hit them and you're like, how the hell did I contact there? So it's a little bit strange, but the gameplay's fun enough. It's a rinse and repeat kind of experience, but it's pretty cool though.
Generation 1, so all the characters you used to know as a kid. It's funny, just off the beaten track a little bit, I watched an episode of Power Rangers Dinosaur Super Megazord Battle Attack Power Rangers Generation 18 yesterday.
Yeah.
just to see how different it was. And they've tried to mimic Generation 1 with just the cheesy fucking TV. So I didn't really like it. Well, but this is all Gen 1, and it was awesome.
My daughter Emily saw me playing this game, and she realised that Generation 1 Power Rangers is actually on Netflix. So my daughter started watching it. So she's watching the first generation, and I was watching it with her. And my God, the memory started coming back. And she watched even the Green Ranger came on with his fully sick mullet and all that sort of stuff. Man, I've forgotten half of this stuff. But Bulk and Skull getting embarrassed and doing their own stupid things, and the cheesy endings to the episodes, and the just terrible. Like, it looks like
Bulk.
Yeah,
is in every Power Rangers series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I IMDb'd it for my review.
Yeah.
To try and get some names and just get the dates and stuff like that. Yeah, he's in every single Power Rangers series.
Wow, that's successful for him.
It went from being paid to be in it to now paying to be in it, I reckon.
That wasn't sarcastic. I meant that. He's doing well. What was I going to say? I don't know. Lost my train. I was saying that the fights in Power Rangers, they just look like really good cosplay, don't they?
Yeah.
There's nothing over the top about them. But so the game's a bit of fun. How much is it? About $20, $20 odd dollars.
$22.95.
Yeah, it's not a bad game for that. It's pretty challenging. It's not too easy. I mean, you breezed through, but I died a few times. But,
it's like when you do, because each level, like there's 6 worlds. Each world is broken up into 3 levels. So introduction to the level, then you dig further deeper into the level in part 2, trying to find the boss of the area, and then number 3 is a boss fight. We must say, boss fight, very fun. The rule of 3. So first off, you take him on the ground, and he's got a move set which is not too dissimilar to a Streets of Rage battle. He has an attack. He has a visceral, and then he has a moment where he stops and takes his breath, and that's when you bash on. Yeah. And then after you defeat him like that, it's morphin time, and you call in the Megazord, which is really cool. Yep. And that's more of a first-person style shooter where you've got like a little crosshair on the screen, and you have to charge up and shoot weak points as well as shoot his incoming missiles.
Yeah.
Then after that, you then go to like a Mortal Kombat 2D battle scene where the Megazord versus the extremely large boss, and then all that is a quick time X circle, X square sort of battle.
Yeah. And although it's a quick time event, which I normally don't like, I still liked it though, because it was pretty cool what happened.
And easy.
It was easy, yeah, very easy. I never failed a boss fight.
Yeah, so you can put the input in, but then just watch.
Yeah, and it looks cool.
And it looks wicked. Yeah, so that was probably the pinnacle of it, was the boss fights, if you could get past round 1. I must admit, I breezed through the first 4 worlds pretty easily. The 5th world boss had me reeling, because you just couldn't fuck up once or you were pretty much dead. So it just become a time thing. You're right, block, or not block, but roll out of the way, stay there, hold on, right, roll out of the way, stay there, hold on, get across, try and attack him before his attack phase started again. And that was a bit of a bitch for me. But the rest of the game was pretty easy.
Yeah, very cool. Well, lucky you. Thank you for remembering that, because that was a good game, but it was a while ago now, considering we did mention that on the last podcast, and we got straight into it right after we recorded. So
we did, yeah.
Time. Anyway, I think that covers everything. Hopefully we haven't forgotten anything else, but if we do, we will cover it in the following podcast.
Well, there is a fucking Facebook page and a website you can go to, and they're both called Aussie Gamers Express. So if you just wanted to Google either of those and so put Facebook and then Google us there, well, fuck, you'll find out. Well,
that's it. It is all there. We do post it all in there in the meantime, in between episodes. But I think that's it. We shall move on to video game news.
Yeah.
Alright, so first up in video game news, Red, you're going to tell us about Square Enix and Marvel.
Yeah, which is very on topic with our game discussion. So, I was running through Facebook and Twitter and Instagram is where I actually found it.
Right.
First off, before I started doing my research, because I like Marvel. And it's been announced this week that Square Enix, so Final Fantasy, and Marvel Entertainment have joined forces to create multiple games based on the Marvel superhero roster, and the companies are announced. And their companies announced today that the first game will be called The Avengers, and it is under development at the Tomb Raider studio Crystal Dynamics.
Yeah.
In collaboration with Eidos Montreal, who bring us Deus Ex.
Right.
So, who knows? Like, we put this up on the page and had a little bit of a conversation on the page, and people going, oh, but video games are normally pretty terrible, and vice versa. When you try and make a movie out of a video game, it's pretty terrible. And people go, oh, look at the Spider-Man games and look at the Iron Man games. Look at Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, what we've just been talking about. That is absolutely fantastic. And that's not traditionally based on a movie, but it's from the Marvel universe. So I reckon these games are going to be a little bit more based on comic book as opposed to having Downey Jr. as Iron Man sort of thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
but mind you, like, when was the last time we got a bad video game from a movie? It's been a while.
Yeah, because mainly the only company doing it at the moment is TT doing your Lego games.
Yeah, and well, there's nothing wrong with them.
No, at all. And Telltale do the TV shows and the Avengers and Game of Thrones and stuff like that. So, yeah, we haven't had a video game based on a movie until they bring out Assassin's Creed the movie, the video game.
But look, I'm all for. I don't really care if they suck. If they give it a go, sometimes they might get a bit of a gem come out. Like I was mentioned last night, the Wolverine movie video game was pretty cool.
That was awesome. Yeah. Origins movie.
Yeah, that's that format though. That sort of top-down action adventure sort of game. That's a winner, I think, for those kinds of games.
Yeah, definitely a genre that gives you a lot of freedom to make the gameplay fun.
Yeah, that's right. Like, the gameplay will be fun no matter what sort of content it is, like the context, I should say. And it just so happens that the context is pretty good. So if the gameplay's fun and the context is fun, it's going to be a winner.
Yeah, and there's a strong pedigree of development companies behind it as well.
Yeah, that's it. Like, Square Enix and Eidos, they're like Crystal Dynamics. They're pumping out good games. So if we get like an Avengers game come out in the style of the new Tomb Raider games, yeah, hello,
sign me up here.
Absolutely. All right, is that it for that news item?
The only thing I can add to it is we shouldn't be expecting a game before we shouldn't be expecting a game before 2018, if not later.
Yeah, probably. But all good nonetheless, I guess. We can just sort of keep an eye on it and see how it progresses, and we'll get more information and we'll bring it to you guys.
Yes.
All right, next up in the news, this is the one I'm looking forward to hearing about because I don't really know what you're talking about. Xbox Copilot mode introduced.
So, you know, there's an Xbox Creators update coming soon?
Yeah.
Well, they're introducing a Copilot feature. So, in a nutshell, it allows you to assign 2 controllers to the one profile. So, not only does this open the doorways for different varieties of games to come out, and co-op or not, you can also help children or people with a disability or just noobs, basically, and you can sit there like the old driving instructors used to have the brake and the accelerator on their side, sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 controllers assigned to one profile.
No, that's really good, because like then I could get my daughter to play maybe slightly more difficult games, and the parts that she's having difficulty with, I can take over the reins.
Yeah, and you don't have to pass the control over, worry about pausing, so you can be sitting there doing it together and say there's a quick time event come up and you can just punch it in real quick.
Yeah.
So she can progress and learn.
That's good. I like that. That's a real
Or when I come and
simple thing.
visit, you can stream and it looks like you're doing really good.
So that's all we have time for. I am Lucas.
I'm your only host.
Unfortunately, Red's come down with the flu and he won't be in the rest of the podcast.
Nah,
You
just for
cheeky
lols.
bastard.
But yeah, that's a pretty cool feature, though. You know what I mean? Like, it opens a lot of doors, not just for people that are too young or, like as you said, your daughter, but yeah, it opens the doors for disabled people that might be able to use an accelerator properly on a car racing game, but really want to play. So you can sit there and control the speed while they steer and everything like that. And yeah, I just think it was really, really nifty idea and grabbed my attention. So I've done a little bit of research. Not enough research to give you a date when it's coming out because currently the internet does not possess one.
No, that's fair enough, but I do like the sounds of that. And there seems to be some good things coming with the next update for the Xbox One, and it's going to be focused around speed, making the interface a lot faster and responsive, which is something that I think will be good.
Last but not least, those on the Insiders Microsoft Insiders,
Yeah.
they have the Creators Update is available to them now.
Well, okay, I am a part of that, but I haven't heard anything. Anyway, screw those guys. We'll find out. Alright, next bit of news is Dark Souls 3 final DLC. Poet, you didn't know it. Keep going.
Yeah, quaintly named the Ringed City.
Oh, hello.
But as you know, you personally know, and most of the guys probably listening that are listening all the time, I cross-reference and try and get my news from a lot of different sources so I can be as factual as possible when it comes to specific information like dates and prices. Well, I got most of my information for this news piece from AussieGamersExpress.com. Fuck yeah! So I took that as gospel and didn't go anywhere else. So this is going to be $7,329 and was released yesterday. No, just joking. So March 28th, we'll see the final installment of DLC for Dark Souls 3, and it is named The Ringed City. So if you will allow me to have the floor for a moment, I want to read a section of Bandai Namco's release statement. And here we go. At the close of the Age of Fire, as the world ends and all lands converge upon themselves, a lone adventurer descends into the madness of the earth and uncovers the secrets of the past. So, as a player makes their way through a fabled ringed city, they will encounter ancient beasts, a new cast of characters teetering on the edge of insanity, new armor, magic, and weapons, and at the bottom of it all, a long-lost city filled with new horrors for players to overcome. Yes! And this will be available March 28th, so just a couple of months away, and for the price of $15 US, so we're looking at about $22.95 if it's going to be the same as the Ashen ones. Ashes of Andriel was $22.95, and obviously free for those who have the Super Duper Deluxe Gold Edition, because I've already paid for it.
Might play a bit of it.
Hardcore.
Of Dark Souls 3 in the next couple of days and see how my comment stands up about preferring that over For Honor. I might change my mind, who knows?
Yes. Yeah, so Dark Souls fans, look forward to that. You got about 8 weeks to wait.
There you go. Alright, that's it for the news.
Yeah, yes.
Very good, well informed there. Thank you very much, Red. Let's move on to What's That Sound?
Yeah.
Alright, last week we were a little bit unsure, but then Red pulled a rabbit out of the hat with the correct answer, which was what, Red?
Contra Jungle
Contra.
Level 1.
That's right. Here was last week's sound for those listening at home. goes forever, so we'll can it there. So that was, Contra. That one, first level, wasn't it? Jungle, called Jungle?
Mm-hmm.
That was the hint there. The name of the file was Jungle, and that's the name of the first level in Contra. We got 2 people get it right, and I think both of them gave us a bit of a shotgun answer. Paul Clement and Ross Mark, by shotgun answer, they've gone, I think it might be this, or I think it might be this, giving us a couple of answers. But you know what? I don't care, because they listened to the show, and they took the time to send us an answer, so I appreciate that massively. Thanks, guys. You guys are winners. All right. Without further ado, Red, want this week's What's That Sound?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one is by from Repremier as well, and the file name is called Eat a Dick Red. No, just kidding. It's called Upbeat. So Upbeat. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sounds like.
It sounds like, yeah, but I don't recognise it as a sound.
Nah. Well, you'd recognise it before I would.
Yeah.
I'm going real old school though.
Go on.
I'm going. No, I think it's an old game, or because it's not Duck Hunt or something. I'm thinking it's that old. I'd have to say original.
Okay, I'm thinking something SNES. And I'm thinking probably something a little bit left wing, so not like a game, but in the world of. So maybe something like.
Yeah.
Or. I don't know, like. Or something. Let's listen to it again, and I'm going to just close my eyes and imagine I'm in the game. Okay, I'll lock it.
There's no doubting it's.
Yeah, I'd say so. But yeah, I'll lock in.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay, alright. If anybody listening at home thinks they know what that sound is, then send us a message to our Facebook page and let us know. And if you're correct, you'll get yourself a free game. There've been some good sounds. These, they're not sounds that we're going, oh God, what the hell is that? But they're also not sounds that we're going, boom, that's the answer, too easy. It's good work, Repremier. Thank you for the sounds that you're giving us. They're testing our fans as well, as well as us. So the score, as it stands, is 1-Red, 0 to me or Lucas. So
get those donuts in you.
We'll see how that all pans out. But there you go. That was a good one. How about we now move on to the next segment? Red's Shout.
Okay. Rather selfish shout for the two of us this week.
Just the two of us.
We done a live segment yesterday on Facebook. Yesterday being not Saturday, but Monday.
Age Live. How fun was that? That was good.
Yeah. With interaction, people actually trusting us with some contact details and joining in on it, even though I wanted to give them fingers and stuff because there was no video, so I could get away with it. So, basically, in a nutshell, I'm going to give a shout out to everyone that left a comment.
Okay.
Being Eric Mason, Shannon Gilbert, Ross Mark, Paul Clement, Kyle Kazza-Williams, Robert White. I think that covers all of you guys because there's lots and lots and lots of comments, but lots and lots from the same people. Big special shout out to Robert Bobcat White and Ross Anarchy Mark. for actually joining in.
Yes.
It's available to rewatch, obviously, on the Facebook page, but you can also head across to the Aussie Gamers Express YouTube channel. It's been uploaded there this morning. I did see that.
Yep.
We covered, what did we cover? DLC, violence in video games affecting children, and there was another major one.
VR, passing fad.
Yeah, VR, if it's a passing fad or not. So if you missed out on the discussion yesterday, but you still have a passionate point of view on one of these topics, go ahead and head across to YouTube, check it out. It goes for almost an hour, so I don't know, there's something I don't really condone, but there's a website where you can download videos and turn them into MP3s. You might want to listen to it on your way to work one day. A secondary podcast, if you will. See what I've done there. But if these things take off, we might be able to just chuck them in an audio file some way and share it. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
well,
anyway,
we'll leave this up to, depending on the demand. If people want it, I can either upload it as like with the podcast, so it'll be on the Aussie Games Express podcast, just as a separate download. Or we could even start up an Age Live podcast where all of our past podcasts get uploaded to a separate thing that you can subscribe to. I don't know. This is something that's in the working, and I'd really like some input. Maybe we'll discuss that on the next Age Live. And I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do a new one. Happy to put it up on the current podcast. Whatever people want.
I just think it's going to be. It needs to remain raw. This podcast you're listening to now. So a separate shout out goes to Luke, obviously. This podcast goes like we go. Well, I just rock up. You go over it with fine tooth comb, edit, put sounds in, take sounds out, blurred my swearing sometimes, which I'm getting better at. But it's a production. That's why we do it so early in the week, to give you a little bit of time to get over the fact that you just recorded it, and then go back and sit with it and fix any mistakes, put the music in, intros, outros, segment music, rada, make sure it all goes to plan, and you guys are just used to receiving it and listening to it in its entirety. So if there was to be anything else added, and the demand is there, because obviously it still takes effort to do these things, so if the demand's there, we're more than happy to produce it. But if anything else comes out in that vein, I'm going to be pushing for it to remain raw.
Yeah, but that's the format that it's presented in, so that's the way it'll remain. There won't be anything changed to it, because it is live. Like, it's Age Live. There's no point in editing it and all that sort of stuff. That's the way it is. That's the way it was received the first time live when everyone watched. That's the way it'll be when it's re-listened to or revisited.
How awesome is that? We've got these listeners that we engage, that we have a back-of-house conversation, including them, so they get what they want, how they want it.
Yeah. That's it. That's our extra little bit that we're doing.
Fuck, we're good.
It's not going to be every week. Because it is live, we really have to have the time to do it at the time, rather than this one obviously being pre-recorded. It's quite easy for us to find a day during the week to record, edit, and put it up on the Sunday. So with Age Live, it's not going to be the same time every week, but it'll be. We'll let you guys know in advance, as early as we can, so you can get onto it. But that was good fun. So I think that'll definitely come back for another go.
Yep.
And yeah, as for putting it up, it'll always be on Facebook, and I'll also upload it to YouTube. As for if you want it as a podcast, we just want to hear it from you guys. If you want it, we'll get it.
Yep.
So all good. And I think we need to start hitting up some companies to give us some stuff to give away to you guys.
Yeah.
Some freebies.
Yeah.
Let's try and get some t-shirts and mouse pads and hats and stuff. Maybe we can hit them up for that, so we've got stuff to give away during Age Live. That'd be good, eh?
That'd be sick as fuck.
Oh, well, we'll work on it. All right, so that's Red's shout done. Let's move into last words.
Yep. Have you got any?
There's still no PlayStation Plus yet, is there? For
oh no,
for February.
There's not.
And it's it's the 31st today, so
yes,
February's tomorrow. Although Sony never release the free games on the 1st, but they normally announce it.
Piss poor.
Games with Gold was out like a week ago.
Yep. We struck while the iron was hot, didn't we? And got that up real nice and early.
Yeah, you did well with that. But the Games with Gold, I've got a list here.
Yep.
Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time. Never heard of that. No idea. It's an Xbox One game. Project Cars Digital Edition, which is really cool, but that's coming on the 16th of February. So that's your halfway point one. Monkey Island 2 Special Edition. That's your backwards compatibility one. And Star Wars The Force Unleashed backwards compatibility as well. And that one's at the halfway point of the month as well. So tomorrow, which will be a few days ago now, we'll be getting Lovers in a Dangerous Place and Monkey Island 2. And then halfway through the month.
What a quality lineup.
They are good. I mean, they're good games, absolutely. And it's a lot easier for Microsoft to bring out good games too because of their backwards compatibility. You know, so they're not giving away AAA titles from today, but they're still giving out pretty good titles from back when they were new.
Yeah.
So I think Sony have stuffed up with this stupid Gaikai bullshit with their streaming service that doesn't even exist in Australia yet.
Yeah.
But there you go. So that's all I had for last words. Is where are our free game lists for February? Sony.
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah.
Well, Fallout 4 is getting a PlayStation 4 Pro and PC visual boost.
I thought they weren't doing
patch
that.
1.9.
Didn't they say they weren't doing that specifically?
Maybe. But the Pro support coming to Fallout 4 via update 1.9, which is going to add enhanced lighting, graphic features, including a native 1440p resolution, enhanced draw distance of trees, grass, objects, and NPCs, and enhanced God Ray effect, whatever that is.
Oh, God Rays are like the camera flares.
Oh, yeah, like when you come out of the thing and see the sun for the first time.
Yeah, that's your God Rays. Yeah.
That should be good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy to hear that because I've still got some DLC to play. I might wait for it to get all updated.
Yep.
There you go. All right, well, I think that's... well, it's a short podcast today. I just looked at the time.
We snuck her in nice and quickly, didn't we?
Yeah, we didn't talk as much garbage as usual. Straight to the point this week, we did.
Yep.
That's all good. No worries. There's plenty of content this week. If the podcast is too short, go and check out Age Live that we did last Monday or yesterday, depending on when you're listening to this. And please go and message us if you've got opinions on Age Live, if you want it as a podcast or if you're happy to just the way it is or what, I don't know. Anything at all. All right. Well, I guess that's that. We've finished the show. Until next week, thank you to everybody who comes and listens and has a go at our What's That Sound. But until next week, I have been Lucas.
And I've been Red.
Very good. I'm a little bit more comfortable with it this week. I was nervous last week. In the bag.
Well done, man. All right, I'm not going to be... I've got to go. I'm going to poo myself.
That's it. We are finished for another week. We are packing up our bat and ball and we're going home. If you're keen for more content before the next show, then head over to the Aussie Gamers Express Facebook page and give us a like. And check out our website at www.aussiegamersexpress.com. We are also on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and every other social network that you can think of. Except that weird one that no one uses. You know the one. This podcast is also available on iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio. See you all next time on the Aussie Gamers Express Video Game Podcast.